Okay, so in this lesson, let's start masking our character. We're going to talk about the importance of this phase. It's a very crucial part of the process, and so we're going to jump into that, and I'm going to show you 2 or 3 different ways on how you can go about doing that. So with that said, let's start masking. Let's go ahead and start masking this character. So to do that, we're going to use this lasso tool, and we're going to make a selection around the entire silhouette. You want to make sure this feather is set to 1 pixel. So you don't want this to be too sharp of an edge, but you don't want it to be too soft and fuzzy either. And I find that 1 pixel does a pretty good job. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start by just going around the character lines. I think I want to zoom in. I think that's a good tip, because see how it's a little off. I'm not going to worry too much about this smoke. I'm really just going to mask out the character and then these little guys. You're pretty much just kind of tracing over all your line work. And then hold Shift and continue. And so this part is very tedious, but it is so important. Like if you skip this, you're gonna have so many headaches later on down the line. Yeah, so you're just gonna kind of go around like this. On a Mac, I hold spacebar and then drag. The spacebar gives you the hand. So I drag around that way. Just keep kind of making selections all the way around like this. This is a good part to kind of show you what to do when you have bases that you need to knock out. Like this here, this is a strap. And so I need to knock this out. So then holding the Alt key down on a Mac and then drag and draw will cut that out. So remember, there's more than one way to do it. It really just depends on the nature of your character and that edge. There's pros to each one of these tools that I'm sharing with you, so use what works best for your character sketch. Now let's continue here. Other tools that you could use to do this is this pen tool. So with this pen tool, you have a little bit more control over it. I feel like I move a little bit faster. One advantage to the lasso tool is that you can easily go from a curve like this I use both. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing and what I feel is best for the job, how I feel I'm doing with time. Good thing about this pen tool though is that then using your direct selection tool here, you can come back in afterwards and you can, you could tweak some things if you feel like something feels a little too stiff or not right. If I'm going to paint something right in, then I want to have a hard brush with no soft edges. So I'll just pick your standard Photoshop hard brush, make sure everything is set to 100. I'll turn this off, and then I'll just kind of paint right in. So this is another way that you can do it. I've done this before too. And when you do it this way, you just want to lower the opacity on your lines just to make sure that you can see what you're painting in pretty clearly. You know, if I'm trying to do it quickly, I'll do this. You decide what makes the most sense for you. Okay, so now that we're done with masking our character, remember how important that is. It's a really important part of the process. And when you do that, your edges become really soft and they're not very defined. So you really want to make sure, as tedious as it is, you want to make sure to include this as part of your process. So now in the next lesson, we're going to take a look at flattening our character. And that's where we determine what all of our base or local colors are. All day, keep the lights on.